Hey friends, thanks for tuning in to this video where I'm going to conclude our series on the top 10 reasons Canadians should think twice about voting for Mark Carney. Now, I have not told you who to vote for, but who not to vote for and why. These videos are not paid for nor endorsed by any political leader or party. I'm not running for office, literally anywhere. This is just a concerned Canadian sharing his heart and some solid facts. You don't need to agree with me, that's all good, but please at least hear me out. And then please go ahead and fact check. Now, if you are a Canadian, I can understand if you're feeling anxious and a little bit afraid with all of the stuff around Trump, tariffs, 51st state and all of that. We don't know what's gonna happen. And so of course, naturally, because we're pushed by fear, we turn to a guy who looks impressive. But the 10th reason Canadians should think twice about voting for Mark Carney, and I say this with a very broken heart, but Carney is a threat to national unity. Do I need to say more? Now listen, I was born in Canada. I was raised in Canada. I love this country deep in my bones. I have lived in or have family connections in every major part and region of the country. I spent half of my life in Eastern Canada. That's where I grew up. And now the last half of my life in Western Canada. Having said that, national unity today is hanging by a thread because of 10 years of division from Justin Trudeau. And so I have never seen national unity more fragile than it is today. An election of the Liberal Party and Mark Carney will create even deeper divisions. You might be sitting there and saying, well, how come? Well, number one, Carney opposes pipelines in Canada, but he supports them elsewhere. Number two, Carney's economic policies will run Canada's economy into the ground. Number three, Carney's policies will increase inflation. Number four, Carney plans to keep buying the media off with your money and maintain the subsidies for the mainstream news media. Number five, Carney preaches net zero madness when it comes to a climate agenda. Number six, Carney will not repeal the infamous Bill C-69, which was even mostly struck down by the Supreme Court of Canada, and he won't repeal emissions cap that are in place. Number, what am I at, 8 or 9? All of the people who supported the policies, who supported Justin Trudeau, are supporting Carney. And I think lastly, Carney is just visiting. He's lived most of his adult life outside of Canada. He doesn't get the West, nor can he. He spent most of his adult life away from here. And so to conclude, the 10th reason Canadians should think twice about voting for Mark Carney is because he's a threat to national unity. And that's reason enough to vote for someone else. Now, you might listen to me, especially if you're in Eastern Canada, where I grew up, and you might hear this as a threat. I can tell you, I am no one. And so it's not a threat. I'm just like one voter. I'm just a dude. But I'm telling you, I got my finger on the pulse, and it has never been more tenuous than it is today, because the hopes and dreams and aspirations of literally millions of Western Canadians feel like they're constantly trampled over by a centralized, top-down, bureaucratic government in Ottawa. Does anyone listening to the sound of my voice think that Mark Carney will change any of that? As a matter of fact, as a central banker, not only here in Canada, but also in the United Kingdom, Mark Carney already has declared he has saved the economy of 2 G7 countries. Do you not think that he will come in with a savior complex and try to regulate, try to bureaucratize, try to dictate, even already has threatened using the Emergency Act to get his agenda through? I'm telling you what, friends, that is a non-starter. He will break this country into 2, 3, 5 pieces. And if you know anything about this country, you know how fragile it really, really is. Let's make sure that Canada remains the true north, strong and free. Let's get back on our 2 feet. Let's elect a government that supports the creation of wealth, that supports vulnerable people, that supports business owners who want to get out of poverty and maybe even buy their own house. Let's support our young people. Let's support our seniors. Let's support the most vulnerable. and let's build the strongest Canada we can. Thanks for tuning in. I hope these videos have been meaningful to you. Even if not, I'd love to hear your thoughts, your comments. Please like, subscribe to my channel, and share your comments below. Thank you for tuning in.